Hey everybody, TJ here. I'm continuing with my Dream Opponent series. Now this week I'm doing none other than the Rated R Superstar Edge. So yeah, it's about time I decided to do him because why not? Because his latest show on the network, very entertaining show. So if you're not seeing the show, you totally should. You're missing out on some very good, top notch acts. Because like Edge and Christian, they can just fly off the cuff and just come up with some very funny stuff. Like it's literally pretty much a sketch comedy show. That's why I like it. And that's scary karma. How I mentioned, my goodness, that's like my very first video that I ever did. When I said someday, I hope, as I said, I hope Edge someday has his own sketch comedy show. Bam! This happened. Holy crap! It's like I predicted the future. Shoot me! What's wrong with me? But anyway, so that's what I'm doing today. Top 10 dream opponents for Edge. So what was there to say about Edge? Held almost every single championship that I can think of. Tag Team Championship, Intercontinental Championship, World Champion, WWE Championship. Yeah, he's got, and of course Hall of Famer. So why not? So yeah, his resume speaks for himself, and he's awesome. He's cool. He's the Rated R Superstar. So why not? And so let's dive right in. Here's some top 10 dream opponents for Edge. There will be some honorable mentions. This wasn't as hard to do this time. So here we go. Kicking off this list is Loki or Kaval or Senshi, depending on what you call him. Actually, reason why is yeah. Of all the people I chose for this list is I put him on here for one reason, is that Loki is a well-traveled warrior, actually, and of course reason and I believe once upon a time he was with WWE, and he could have had a promising career, but then it all was cut short when they just kicked him to the curb. And believe it or not, I could definitely see this guy mix up with some other people, but the biggest name that I could see happening would be him against Edge, and so that's why he's on this list. And come on, think about this: two guys, well traveled and very good for their craft. Both adept in their verse of their styles, whether it's the Canadian style, their American style, or even the Japanese hard singing style, which is what Loki is famous for. Of course, the Edge I would kind of put in Loki's favor because he can be stiff in the ring, but then again, I can, if you put him in the ring with Edge or something like that, and with the right people, you can put on a good classic actually. And let's see, Loki's has an amazing bag of tricks or some hidden moves in his arsenal they can just throw out there. And same with Edge. Like Edge can probably pull out something that you've never seen before. He can probably pull out maybe a moonsault or maybe another maybe flying clothesline, or hell, remember that downward spiral finisher they used to have like a long time ago. So it was like seriously again. So yeah, there's like so many good things that I can just see in this match. It's like bring the best out of each other. Like who's good and doing what they can. Then of course, like I said, Edge, Loki. So potential dream battle. Number 9, Sami Zayn. Why not? If I'm gonna make a dream list, why not put Sami Zayn on the list? Battle of fellow Canadians. They're both well adept in the Canadian style, but Sami Zayn is more adept in lucha libre, and also some and a little bit of I'd say the Japanese hard hitting style, since he is a well traveled athlete. So yeah, it's essentially almost like fighting mirror images of each other. Think about that. Both of them have a devastating. They have a couple of devastating finishers. They have Sami Zayn's got the hoover kick, and Edge has the spear. Which one's more devastating? In my opinion, kind of even. What's you got? Got the Koji clutch that Sami Zayn breaks out, and they have remember Edge's submission finisher, the Educator, that pseudo sharpshooter maneuver that I remember. So yeah, that could be cool. Maybe. I don't know. And then you have the Execution versus the Brainbuster, which I have not seen Sami Zayn break out that much. But hey, what's more devastating? Definitely kind of the Edge with just Sami Zayn. So, but then again, I'd say the two devastating moves that they have is the spear and the hula kick. So whoever nails those moves first, yeah, could be devastating. So yeah, if that happens, make it happen. I would love to see that happen. Coming at number 8, Hideo Itami. The reason why I put him on this list is because for some reason when I look at Hideo Itami from outside the box, it's like he's well adept in the Japanese style, but the biggest move, the reason why he's so over with fans in not only Japan but here, is the fact that he's the one that came up with the go to sleep maneuver. And if seeing him and Edge get in the ring, I can definitely see another Edge versus CM Punk classic, even though they've had maybe one or two encounters or that didn't last too long. But hell, I would love to see this kind of thing happen. It's essentially who's got, who's can put on a good match, who can tell a good story better. Obviously, Japanese hard-hitting style would go in Hideo Itami's favor, so I definitely give him the edge, no pun intended. But Edge, he's cunning, he's swift, he can be dirty sometimes, so not to mention he can reach in his bag of tricks, so he can pull out something that he could probably use against Hideo Itami. So pull that together, got a good formula for a good classic, all right? Fair enough. Nothing else I can think there. Coming at number 7, Jushin Liger. Why not? I had to put Jushin Liger on this list somehow because let's see, Edge has faced some good legends or teamed up with some good legends in the past. What was like Mick Foley or Hulk Hogan or hell even The Rock. Yeah, bet you didn't know that unless if you look back circa 2002 2003. Yeah, he teamed up with The Rock on a few rare occasions. So, yeah, even though when people want to see, ooh, that would be a good dream match, but never happened. Maybe once or twice, maybe earlier, but I'm not too sure. I got to look at that, but that's beside the point. But having Edge take on another big legend like Jushin Liger, that would be pretty cool. It's another battle of Japanese versus Canadian styles. Not to mention, let's see, it would be another good feather in the cap for Edge to face off against another legend. And, of course, what's more devastating, the Liger Bomb versus the Execution. Then you got the, Liger's got a whole bag of moves they can pull out over Edge. And same thing with Edge. He can, it's like they're both men of mystery. They can just, they got to dig real deep into their psyche and just bring everything out. And bring out the best in each one of them, okay? Once they do that, you definitely have a good classic on your hands. Coming in at number 6, the Knockout Kid, Chris Hero. All right, yeah, I put Chris Hero on this list for a reason because for some reason, like I see a little bit of Edge in Chris Hero. Is like remember how Edge was, he's always cocky, he was always the ultimate opportunist. And since Chris Hero was kind of like him actually, because think about it, it's like he's the Knockout Kid. He can pull out some and surprise people actually. Surprise people with main moves, or he can upset people. Come on, I kind of see a little bit of Edge in Hero. So yeah, So what's devastating? The rolling elbow or the cyclone kick versus the spear, they all sound devastating. I would love to see some magic happen. Who would win? I don't know. Your imagination. So, who's awesome? Who's more awesome, Hero or Edge? We'll see. Not to mention they're both very entertaining. I will say that. Edge and Hero, that's another annoying quality, is that they both can be entertaining, even in some of the serious times. Okay, they can be very entertaining. Coming in at number 5, Jay Lethal. Yes, I had put Jay Lethal on this list as well because Jay Lethal is like an evolving specimen, and I've really watched him grow all over these years. Like from his very early career to his time in TNA, and now he's back in Ring of Honor. He keeps adapting and evolving, and now he's Ring of Honor champion. And essentially, Jay Lethal has faced some big names, where it was Jerry Lynn or Christopher Daniels or AJ Styles. So what would be better than to have him face Edge, and essentially kind of like a battle of two generations, and just kind of like earlier, like I mentioned, like bring the best out of each other. What is there something that Edge can do to Lethal, make him more and more, make him keep growing and adapting, and that kind of thing. And of course, Lethal's got the devastating lethal injection. Edge has got his deal where it's the execution or the spear. Seriously, bringing the best out of each other, and there you go. We got a good match. Also, battle of old versus new school. Just there you go. Coming in at number 3, Kevin Owens. Why the hell not? Okay, another battle of Canadians, and what that good. I mean, Kevin Owens is just a very good ring technician. And hello, he was called Mr. Wrestling for a reason. But now again, now he calls himself KO. He's like a biggest prize fighter. He's a brawler. He can fight. He can do all that. Same with Edge. He can brawl. He can fight. He can hide. He can get down dirty. He can fly too. Same with Owens. He can definitely fly. I mean, come on, I've never seen a guy of his size and stature pull off a moonsault just like that, like a hiccup. I mean, that's amazing to say. Not to mention, like, if they were to put on a match, would it just be a traditional match, or would it be just a lot of fight? Because Edge and Owens they can fight dirty. And I can definitely see them fighting dirty too. So it's essentially who's the biggest heel, bad guy in the ring, that kind of thing. So sorry about that. So there you go. You get all those factors, all that, throw them in the ring. There you go. You got magic. Another good potential classic on your hands. So think about that, folks. Coming in at number 3, Bret the Hitman Hart. Why the hell not? If he's a famous Canadian, why the hell not? Take on the guy that essentially, inspired more generations of wrestlers. Even guys like me or anyone else I can think of, or some of the young guys of today that are looking to cut their teeth into the business. Well, just cut me out. But anyway, think about that. Edge, Hart, the sharpshooter, the spear. They're both very good at what they do. Well, let's see. The Edge I would definitely put in Edge's favor, no pun intended, because he can be more devastating with the spear. He can also fight. He can also play a little more dirty than Hart, and of course, he's more of the high flying Edge, definitely in his favor, because Bret Hart not as much because he was more of the technical ring general technical prowess kind of thing. So it's essentially kind of like bring the best of both worlds, put him in the ring, see what happens. Also, kind of like, like I said, another battle of Canadians. What's more devastating? The Hart and obviously it's the sharpshooter, the technical game I would put in Hart's favor. So there you go. Battle of Canadians thing, battle of ages, battle of wits. There you go. Coming in at number 2, the Fallen Angel Christopher Daniels. Yeah. Speaking of ring generals, why not put Christopher Daniels on this list? Because him and Edge, they're kind of like the same thing. They both are kind of like ring generals or locker room generals kind of thing. They put on some amazing matches. They taken on some great competitors and all that. But here's the thing. I realize is that Chris Daniels has been everywhere else in the world. Edge, not as much, but hell, like they could just bring the best out of each other. Where it's more high flying, more groundwork, or hell, what's even more devastating? The execution versus the Angels wings. There you go. But then you got Christopher Daniels with the BME. Of course, everyone's saying, "Oh, it's just a moonsault." No, it's the BME, the best moonsault, because he can time it and nail everything perfectly. That's what makes Daniels so great about his craft, actually. And in a sense, that's what Edge is kind of in that same league. So bring the best out of each other, and there you go. Got magic, and you got potential and classic on your hands. Okay, before I go into my number 1 pick, some honorable mentions. Seth Rollins, why not? Our young gun, fresh guy. Much more devastating kind of thing. You got the curb stomp, which I rarely see nowadays. But of course, if Edge took on Rollins, it's essentially another him versus Triple H battle, which been there, done that kind of thing. Him versus Ambrose, potential street fight kind of person. Finn Balor, why the hell not? Never good ever rising star. Why not? And I put Michael Elgin on this list because why not? If I'm putting some fellow Canadians on this list, why not put Michael Elgin, a guy that essentially grew up in the same area, actually, even though, of course, Michael Elgin's more of a power lifter kind of thing, so the strength and whatchamacallit would go in Michael Elgin's favor over Edge. So, just some honorable mentions. So, anyway, my number 1 pick, AJ Styles. Come on, okay? Why not have the Radar Superstar and the phenomenal one? That is a dream bout in the making. Although, well, of course, obviously Edge is no longer wrestling, but that's what I was thinking of all for everything and forever. If this were to happen, have Edge face Styles. Come on, the Styles clash, the execution, the Pele kick versus the spear. It's essentially kind of like old versus new. Battle 2 generations. It's kind of like the cream of the crop of the X Division, or one of the best free agents ever, in my opinion, taking on a top guy, the one of the biggest heels, or what you know what I mean, of an Edge. So there you go. All that would make a true classic in the making. All right, so there you go. Those are my dream opponents for Edge. Let me know what you think. If there's any more opponents that I missed, please let me know. Please thumbs up this video, and subscribe to my channel, and keep tuning here for some more awesome videos.